Okay. We're left off on Chav Gimel. Maharal, page Chav Gimel, second column, bottom paragraph. Medrash Tchuma Baloso. Yiroas Hashem b'ni umelech. Shlomo says, "Fear God, my son, umelech. Vimshonim al tisarev." And with people who act differently, don't intermingle. Ma umelech. What does it mean, umelech? Yiroas Hashem b'ni umelech. So it means, say, you should fear Hashem and the king. Umelech kol mishu yorei min HaKadosh Baruch Hu sof leyosas melech. A person who fears Hashem, ultimately he's going to rise to be the king. Mi'ato lomed mi'Avrom Avinu shnema ki atu yodat ki reya elokim ato v'nasa melech. Omer Barachia HaKoyin b'shem Rav Chelbo ksiv el emek shoveg hu emek hamelech. It says emek shoveg, which is the emek hamelech. What is the meaning, emek shoveg? So Rashi in Chumash says that after the war with the Dalim Lochim, all the nations gathered, and there was a consensus that they're going to coronate Avram Avinu to be the king. That's emek shoveg. They were shoveh in this agreement, but the Medrash says emek shoveg shehishu hakol. They leveled everything. Everything was leveled. V'notlu eitzim, v'kotzutzu arozim. They took wood, they cut down the cedars. Also, kisei v'oshvu lemelech aleim. They built a throne, and they actually installed Avram Avinu. He should sit on the throne. Chen Yosef omes elokim ani yorei v'nase melech. V'chen Moshe ki yorei mihabed elokim v'nase melech. Shenem v'hi b'shur melech. V'dovze pirusha ki ein mora k'momora malchus. The greatest reverence, you revere a king. Asher yorei Hashem nosein Hashem yisroch miyirosu olov achu melech. A person who actually displays reverence for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem allows that same reverence to come upon that person, that people should revere him. V'yelo mora malchus. I was thinking, who does a person revere? You revere a person that you appreciate, you recognize him being very special. You revere him. Not because you fear him, he's going to harm you. Because you recognize his specialness. So what's the midah keneged? If a person truly is special, a person to revere Hashem, you have to be a special person. That means the person has to negate himself. Look, we all know what HaKadosh Baruch Hu is. We all believe in Hashem. And you believe that nothing happens unless he wills it to be. But with everything said and done, every one of us, do you revere Hashem? What's revering? Revering is because we appreciate his unlimited ability, and being an unlimited being, we're like awestruck. We're consumed with what that is. I mean, is any of us consumed? You're not. Well, so the person who is consumed, because of that recognition that he's able to internalize, that person is a special person. If you're special because of that, so you take on that special status. I'm saying different than Maharal. The Maharal is saying, because if you revere Hashem, Hashem will allow others to revere you. I'm saying, to be able to revere someone, you have to be a very special person, to revere HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Because you have that specialness, people will appreciate that specialness. Not because they'll be able to put their finger on it. Will see you as being special. As you see Hashem to be special, because you recognize who he is, and you internalize that reality, people will recognize that you're special.
And therefore?
That's what it says.
No, I'm saying therefore they recognize that you're special.
No, they'll treat you like a king. No, you'll have the same reverence as if they would revere a king.
Right, but I guess to what end is that value? What end is that value?
What do you mean? Let me ask you a question, okay? There's a question Ernie asked in third grade. He still doesn't have an answer. The Avos HaKadoshim, every one of them was wealthy.
Was what?
Wealthy, phenomenally wealthy. What do you mean wealth? HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Avram lechlo me'artzcho, shemescho gegodol, v'avrocho, v'gadl shmecho. You're going to have wealth. What does it mean wealth? Just give me my svarim, we'll sit and learn. Who needs wealth? You want to do outreach? You do outreach. You get yourself a bullhorn, and you go talk on the corner of the block. right?
But my point is that
I mean, what do they need wealth?
you need wealth.
Why do they need wealth? We're talking about exceptional level of wealth. Came back from Mitzrayim, he was heavily laden with wealth. That there wasn't enough grazing land for Roy Lot and Roy Avram. That's how much wealth he had. Why do you need such wealth? What do you think Chaim has to come in from California to work in New York? What do you think? If he'd had that kind of wealth, he'd stay in the base manager all day. What is he coming in here? Right? What do you need so much wealth for? The answer is because people respect one thing: wealth. Wealth is power. You have power, you're able to influence people. You have no power, you can have the best product. They don't look at you.
Right.
That's what Ovis HaKadoshim needed wealth. That it be revered by the world.
It's the same thing with this.
They had to be they had to be revered by the world. But I'm saying here is saying even without that, a person's Yorei Shamayim, because you're special, because you're able to recognize Hashem to that degree and internalize Him, that you're able to revere Him, that makes you to be special. But why are you special? Because you revere Hashem. That characteristic of reverence, that will be displayed to other people, and therefore they'll revere you. The Goyim also, they'll revere you. He's a special person. You know, you have people who are really great tzaddikim. When they walk down the street, even Goyim, they saw the person special. They had a reverence for him. Did they understand what he was? They didn't understand who. They just knew he was special, and they would revere him, and they would stand for him. Goyim would stand for a person who was a great tzaddik. It's a presence. The person has a certain presence, and that presence causes. כי בעל העיר הוא נבדל מן הנמצואים והוא שוקל כנגד הכל. ודוב הזה מדרגת המלך שהוא נבדל מן הכלל והוא שוקל כמו הכלל.
What does it mean, you shot from negative?
I'm going to explain it. Okay? A person who's a Baal Yira, he's on a plane unto himself. How many people are Baal Yira? So that means he's removed from the masses. When a person's among the masses, you're not recognized. You're not recognized. You're one of the many. What about if the way you live your life, you're a Baal Yira? Baal Yira means you're different than everyone. Even though people don't understand that, but since factually you are different, you're removed from them, that means if you're removed and you're exalted them, as a result of that, he says that's the Madrigas Melech. What's Melech? Melech is what? He's above the people. They're subjects, he's the king. If a person assumes the internalize the reality of Yiro, he's above, he's exalted above the people. He's muvdal, he's separated. Just as a melech, therefore he takes on that characteristic of melech. It says a person who reveres Talmidei Chachomim, he will become a Talmud Chacham. He will merit a siyata d'shmai to become a Talmud Chacham. It's Gemara Shabbos. The Dochel Rabbanon, Lavi Tzurban Rabbanon. He will be a Tzurban Rabbanon. Ki hayori min acher u'mevatel etzmo ay elov. What is the concept? You cannot have true yiro. You can only have yiras onesh. Somebody could harm you. That anybody, if you factually feel threatened, you have fear. But yiras haromus, what we call reverence. Reverence, you have to be very humble. You have to be negated to the other person to sense the other person. Otherwise, I know he knows more than me. Therefore, what? Right? It means, but if you truly appreciate who that person is, and you feel negated to him, then you're going to feel you can have reverence to that person. You're going to revere that person. The person, why? If you revere, what happens? Then you're going to be receptive to his teachings, to be influenced by it. You know, it's interesting. The concept of, Eza Kenegdo. Kodesh Baruch Hu created Chava to be Eza Kenegdo. What's her value? Her value is not the same as him. Adam is the main personality. Chava is there to be Eza Kenegdo. She's secondary to him. But what's the concept of secondary? Doesn't mean she's less. She's negated to him. Her value is to assist him to succeed. So what happens? In that kind of type of relationship, what is it? She's totally receptive and accepting of its whole perspective of life. Otherwise you can't. And that's what it says. It's either Ezer or Kenegdo. If you do the right thing, then she's Ezer. Because then she will be negated to you. What about if you take the wrong path? So then she's not negated to you. So then it's Kenegdo. Right? The Chazal Rashi cites. A wife is either Ezer or Kenegdo. To be continued.